How we doing, boys and girls? Good morning, good morning. Well. It appears Sir Coffeebot doesn't want to work again. Dude's fucking useless. How are we all doing, boys and girls? How we doing? Let's turn the tunes down just a touch. Whoa, we're also hella zoomed out. What's going on here? Let's bring that in just a touch. There we go. Much better. How are we all doing today? We good? It's Friday, right? We're getting ready for the weekend. Yes, the weekend is upon us. Should be some good opportunities for goal making all the same, as there should be every day. I've not got a huge amount planned for today's stream. That's obviously the best way to start engaging an audience, right? To tell them you haven't planned anything. But we're going to keep it chill. I need to do a restock. I need to get my auctions relisted. We need to try and investigate how we're going to handle our new realm, Draenor. We expanded onto Draenor last stream on Wednesday. By the end of Wednesday, those that follow in the Discord will have noticed that I got 2 level 60 characters on Wednesday. Took full advantage of the slightly broken time walking. Tammy Trader, welcome. You need to DM me on Discord, like real quick. Maybe not during the stream, but real quick. I need to send you a very thank you based. You know, I have my thanks to dish out. But, boys and girls, we need to work out how we're going to expand, but we've got to get some of the basics done out of the way, first and foremost. Let's switch over to the main scene real quick. I was planning to level a few 60s this weekend, but hey, well, those are the situations where sometimes when it feels too good to be true, it usually is. Now, it was somewhat safe to play around with while it lasted, simply for the fact that you were just playing the game, right? You weren't actively going out of your way to do anything egregious, so it was perfectly good. But yeah, the early bird catches the worm. Let's put it that way. A great video last night. Do you have more planned legendary wise? Was curious, for example, about matching them for lower vestige cost. Oh, shall I show you something? Let's see if I can show you this without. Hang on. Let me see if I can I show you this screen? I probably can. If I click on this, is it going to be? Yeah. Going out today. Today's video. Scheduled. Ready. Literally, today's video is all about getting the vestige prices correct. So yeah, I'm sure you'll like that one. Yeah, I'm actually away for the weekend again. It's more of a Swedish tradition, I believe, but there's what I call a crayfish party. It makes no sense to most people, but it's a very more of a Swedish thing, but it's just a family get-together, which I have to attend this weekend, which requires going to the in-laws' place. So actually, the second I finish the stream today, we're going to zoom out of here. But we'll get our restock done all the same. We'll get our auctions listed because there's still a chance that something will sell. I'll get back on Sunday, I think, so it should be alright. Let's get the mission table done real quick. It's so good, crayfish that is. There's It's one of those things, right? People either love it, or they hate it. I'm more toward. I mean, I don't particularly like the crayfish. I obviously like to have a good drink and have a good party, but the crayfish themselves are kind of hit or miss for me. I'm actually more responsible for cooking all the crayfish most years than I am for eating them. So. Let's get some dudes out on missions real quick though. We do it with herring, not really as good, but the schnapps is all the same. Well, indeed, the good bit, right? The good bit. Any opportunity to have a sing-song and have a drink, yo. I agree. It's a Nordic tradition, Scandinavian tradition that I quite enjoy. Alright, let's get these dudes up. We need to really start pumping the experience on some of these dudes. There's achievements, I think, for hitting level 60 with your soul binds, so I think I should just try and zerg experience as much as possible now. I can throw caution to the wind when it comes to anima and just get everybody on big XP. Big XP missions, whether they win or lose. Like, at this point, not even bothered. Just get them gone. If I get the reward, great. If I don't get the reward, not all that bothered. The reward should quite simply be, you know, a bonus. There is actually another achievement for doing all of these ones in the moor. Even though they cost a lot more anima. Genuinely don't care about anima anymore. Let's just get the quests done. Wanted to thank you for talking about seizing the opportunity mindset lately. Brought out all the Shadestone on Torrent Mill last night. Already made about 90k flipping them. Damn, that's how you do it. Yeah, seize the opportunity. It's if you see something that's good. This is the thing that is it's what you tend to lean towards more so once you've kind of, you know, got your gold factory in place. Once that's good, once that's ready to rock and roll, you start looking for those opportunities, right? And you need that little bit of liquid gold, and spare liquid gold, I should say. Gold that if you lose it, you're not going to be too bothered about. But, you know, play money, I guess you could call it. That you can do things like that. You can just buy out an entire market, reset it, and see what happens. And if you win, great, excellent, good job. If it doesn't work out, then well, whatever. There's always next week. That's the that's the place that we all like to get to eventually. I've not even done the basics on this character yet this week. I'm slacking. I'm still only 54. I've not done anything this week. Productivity has been in the bin. Doing my best sticking to that 1 mil liquid recently. It's a good ballpark number to go for. If you can get that 1 mil liquid sorted, then you'll find that the second mil turns up really quickly. Really quickly. Right, we'll come back and we'll actually play the game in a little bit. We want to get the basics ticked off first. We're going to get some auctions listed. If I'm honest, I would need to do a restock on legendaries, which is no simple task nowadays, considering there's just so many of them. I've actually stopped, 100% stopped crafting 1s through till 3s. It's just, I'm just dealing with too many items, with 4s, 5s and 6s being the majority player in the market. 5s not so much. If you watch yesterday's video, you'll understand my point of view on rank 5s. But there's just so many different variations now. Like you get throttled after 60 cancel scans. So if you actually try and start dealing with any more than 60 items, your effectiveness just plummets like a rock. Meaning that you tend to start focusing on, well, what are the 60 most profitable items for me, and I will deal intensely with those, which for me now is rank 6s. Rank 6s everywhere. I'll cancel scan like a madman on rank 6s, and when I have spare time, rank 4s. But anything outside of that, it just doesn't fit in my routine anymore. I was watching Dirty Irby's stream yesterday, and he was talking about this quite a lot, that there comes a point where you just stop trying to sell that smaller item, simply for the fact that the time it takes you to deal with that item based on the return that you get by selling it is just not worth it. You worried about WoW? Every week that goes by, demand will be less, players quitting, waiting for 9.2, long winters coming for WoW with no new content in sight, essentially missing out on the best time to play during winter. I'm not too... Have I literally got nothing on the auction house? That's gross. I'm not too... See, it's difficult, right? Because my situation is very different to most. Like if you're the average player of the game, then yeah, it's a bit of an odd one that there's likely now going to be another 8-9 months before we see another patch. If Blizzard are able to bang out another patch before February, I'll be amazed. And with that, the thing is you know full well they'll want to get something out for the festive season. Because, I mean, Christmas is the biggest time of year, or December is the biggest time of year, pretty much, for not just the gaming industry, but, like, the world in general. You kind of feel like that we might get a mid-patch again for Christmas, a mid-patch without, like, a new raid. I don't know what they would do, though, because we've just had Tazavesh, we've just had the Mega Dungeon. It's like, I don't even know what they would do for a mid-patch. But 9.0.5 didn't really give us any content, did it? It just gave us Valor, which wasn't really a system many people were particularly asking for anyway. And it from a goal-making perspective, 9.0.5 was good because it rejigged the legendaries. It rebalanced a bunch of the legendaries, which made the trash that wasn't selling all of a sudden really worthwhile crafting and selling. But I guess if we're going to have another longer break, it gives people the opportunity to choose and try something else. It's a risk that Blizzard have to take. They have to make the next content patch that they push out really good. And if it means that it takes them 6 months, 9 months, a year to get the next really good content patch out, maybe that's what they have to do. Because if they release another one that's trash, they're just in an even worse situation, you know? If you rush everything, then everything is rushed and nothing is good. You need to just, at some point, you need to, you know, apply the brakes, stop, take your time, and make some good content. Tazavesh is an M+. Well, the likelihood is that, like with most other mega dungeons, they'll just split it into two. People that have done it will attest to the fact that it feels like 2 dungeons already. There's a very distinct, you know, cut-off point to where one dungeon will end and the new one will begin. I'm thinking of loading up on tokens. Surely will only go up from this point. What reason would there be for it to go down? That's the big question. What would be a significant reason for it to go down? The only real time the token price goes down is when there's significant new content to drive more people to the game. Now 9.1 should have done that, but we went from, what did we go from? 290,000 gold down to about 230, 240, I think was the lowest it hit in the EU. But arguably from this point on, I can't see any reason why it's not just going to keep slowly but surely going up. I can't see why it wouldn't. How many people out there are going to be are going to have the desire to? What is there out there that could possibly intrigue somebody enough to feel the need to get instant gratification and to get that gold instantly by buying a token. I don't know. It will be external factors, I reckon. A new Call of Duty being launched. I mean, they release a new Call of Duty every year, let's not forget, so that's a Christmas thing. New Call of Duty game will push the price of the token down. Diablo 2 remaster releasing soon, yeah, that's another one for sure. Yeah, you probably... I mean, there's a few external things that might cause the token to dip, but it would only be a dip. Why would they? Surely it'd push it up. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm not full of coffee enough yet. Yeah, you're actually totally right. Yeah. Yeah, any new external factor is actually only going to push the token up because people will goblins will cash out their gold. Yeah, I'm still half asleep. Yeah, actually, with all of that with that said, yeah, I feel if you've got gold kicking about right now, I mean, I'm sat on a whole bunch of gold on Sylvanas. I should probably max out my Blizzard balance. Just finished mine, hence being a smart ass. It's all good. It's all good. It's a new Patreon. I'm interested in accessing the TSM group, so I may use them for myself. Where do I find them? Firstly, thank you and welcome. You want to make sure your Patreon is connected to Discord. All of the majority of the perks are dealt with through Discord. As and when you join the Discord server, if you're not already joined, you will automatically get assigned the right roles that will put you in the right channels and give you the right access. So for example, I've got to be careful I don't expose too much, but if you join the Discord, you will anybody can join the Discord, but as and when you become a Patreon or a tier 2 sub, you get access to a few extra new premium channels, which is where you can find things like the TSM full profile. There's a TSM premium channel, which is there's not only myself but also some other very smart goblins in there. This is sort of the priority support channel for Trade School Master as well, and of course Goblin Corner, which is for Patreons to talk amongst themselves and discuss the latest and greatest goal making before it naturally filters out to the rest of the world. So, but thank you, appreciate it, and welcome. Let's grab the rest of these. How many? We've got loads of auctions. I need to empty this mailbox first, and then we can have a little bit of a look-see to what we might need to recraft. Can I maybe plan for the worst and get some materials being crafted? I probably can. Although, saying that, I don't know how many of what materials we've got. I think we're really short on heavy desolate leather. It might be wise to stand around making... Hang on, what have we got in the mailbox? What have we got in the mailbox here? Oh, we've got a bunch of heavy desolate leather. I must have bought a load. Okay, well maybe we're not quite as short on that as I thought. Oh my days, we need to empty this dude's bags as well. Okay. Ah, this is what happens when you take your focus off characters for a few days. Still finding Crafters Market 3 gear profitable. For me personally, Crafters Mark 3 falls into it just gets posted with everything else now. It's a post it and a forget. Now, if you focus on Crafters Mark 3, I would imagine, yes, it's probably still very profitable. There's no reason for it to not be. 168 gear was super profitable throughout the entirety of patch 9.0. There's no reason that item level 200 gear won't be the same. And as it also appears, patch 9.1 is going to be a long patch, I think, with everything that's going on externally. I think that 9.1 is also going to be a long patch, which would leave me way more in the belief that patch 9.2 may very well be the last patch of the expansion. If we say, for example, if we get a 9.1.5, if we get a mid-patch November time, if we get a mid-patch in November, then a 9.2 in February, that may very well then be the last patch of the expansion, and then a new expansion launch in September next year. That may be the way that Blizzard look at it now. I can't see any reason why they would do it any differently to that. I think they have to make Shadowlands, because of the massive delays to patch 9.1 and inevitably patch 9.2. I think they absolutely need to cut one patch off this expansion, because they're gonna need to start work. I don't know how they do it. I mean, we never know just how far ahead of themselves they actually are internally, but for mid-patch, mid-November, they need to be developing it now. Not happening. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I mean, who knows? They might surprise us. They might pull something out the bag, but it worries me that I still feel that patch 9.1 came out early. And I just hate to say it, but they're chasing their tail. They've been constantly chasing their tail for so long now. Chasing their tail in terms of that they're always trying to play catch up. They're no longer ahead of themselves. They've had too many delays in recent times. They need to just... The only way to get out of that is to just slice a huge chunk of content. Just bin an entire patch of content. Regardless to what you planned, it might, you know, end up feeling a bit weird to the player base. But just kill it off, clean slate, start again with a new expansion, and then just focus on it as soon as possible. But that was... It's deja vu, right? Because that's exactly what everybody was saying halfway through BFA. But that was without a pandemic and crippling lawsuit. Maybe they should not try and push an expansion every 2 years. I agree. I would much rather the expansions be 3 years, and for them to actually just take time. I don't mind a 9-month patch cycle. I've got nothing wrong with a 9-month patch cycle. Give me a few months of content, and then give me a few months where I can unsubscribe, go play other games, and be perfectly content in doing it. If when you then release something new, if it's really good, you'll bring me back to the game and I'll play it again for another 6 months. I don't see what's wrong with that. Doesn't work on their shareholder metrics though. Probably doesn't. But on that basis, it will ultimately, at this pace, it will kill the game. They'll be the death of their own game if they continue on this pace. Activision want to make it 2 years, in my opinion. If it was up to them, it would probably be 1 year like COD. Well, yeah. I mean, it's really... I wish they would just get rid of this expansion launch thing. I wish they would just consider each patch a content patch and just scrap the new... Because each patch is basically a mini expansion anyway nowadays. The only reason they don't do it that way is because, once again, it's a money thing, isn't it? But... Because you no longer play the expansion, you play the patch. Like 100% you play the patch. Anything that was from the previous patch is just dead in the water right now. And anything in this patch will be dead in the water next patch. Do you think people will be running around in patch 9.2 collecting treasures in Korthia? Not a chance. Actually not a chance, because there'll be no reason for them to. Just like there's nobody farming the moor in it right now. Wow, there's nobody farming the moor in 9.0, but you get my point. I feel that they either need to smooth out the patches to make an expansion feel like an expansion. Like, what is the problem with coming back in 0.3 and being expected to do the 0.0, 0.1 and 0.2 content? I don't see why that should be an issue. Because if the content's good, people will want to do it anyway. That's the point. Like, make a good game and people will want to play it. If it's monotonous grinds, people will do it to get the carrot at the end of the stick, but then they'll have no incentive of doing it again. Nor will anybody have an incentive to do it when it's not the most current content. Both design philosophies, I feel, probably work. Because let's be real, like, it worked back in the day for vanilla, it worked back in the day for TBC, where you had to progress through all of the content to get to the most recent and up-to-date content, and it worked. It was the foundation of this game. They proved that if the content is good, people will do it. And even then, weirdly enough, 15 years ago, the content wasn't even that good. It was new, it was fresh. I think people are still attached to the old idea that people are subbed all year round for years on end, but the player base has changed and so is gaming. Yeah, I entirely agree with that. People dip in and out, like, as and when now. Absolutely, yeah. They just, and that's why I think they should play on that. They should make some really good, really fun, really engaging content that maybe takes you a month to do. And then once you've actually done that, it should be more than acceptable for you to, you know, park your character somewhere, unsubscribe, and you'll be ready to rock and roll when the next patch launches. None of this multi-month length unnecessary grinds for conduits, or, you know, going to Corthia for a Paragon rep chest to get that mount that's a recolor. Yeah, nobody doing that. Nobody's going to be doing that. If they don't get it this patch, there's no chance people are going to go back for a reskin. I still, to this day, want to go back to play Nazjatar for one reason: that stupid crab mount is incredible, and I want the crab mount. And I like to collect things, sure, but I don't really care about cosmetics. I still run around on my Spectral Tiger and I'm happy to do so. But that crab mount, I want it. And that will, at some point, in some downtime, incentivize me to go back and finish Nazjatar. Simply to get that stupid crab mount. That's the kind of thing that Blizzard need to do. I'm on Team Crab, it's awesome. See, everybody loves that mount, it's awesome. But if you put a reskin in a Paragon box, people don't care. It's lazy. You might as well have not done it. To make shit content is worse than making no content, because you still have to put time and effort into making shit content. Just don't do it. Focus the development time on stuff that's actually going to be good. Don't half-bake stuff. That's the problem with the legendary crafting system, in my opinion. It's half-baked. There's no flavour to it. There's not a single... Like, you can become a artisan in crafting leather legendary gear, and you can do it all without ever leaving Oribos if you want to. Alright, you got to go say hi to the rune carver twice. Apart from that, you sit at a vendor, you buy your arboreal shards from a vendor, you craft away, and the more items you craft, the better you get at crafting, until eventually you can craft everything. Where's the gameplay in that? I want gameplay, Blizzard. It's a game. Give me gameplay. Don't think that's out of the question, right? Surely? I don't know. Imagine if it had been like the Legion crafted. What I would have absolutely loved if they'd done the legendary crafting system in the same way like they did in Legion. I would love that. Make me go do quests to unlock shit. Even if it's a prerequisite, even if at the end of it I just get given the quest, like, give me gameplay. How can you expect the somebody to feel engaged with being an artisan crafter in what should be the single most powerful items in the game, standing in Oribos? Imagine if rank 6 was unlocked by doing layer 12 flawless. I shit you not, it would incentivize me to go out and do Torghast. Like hell it would. Does it fit my personal playstyle? Might I be a bit annoyed about it? Yeah, sure, probably for a minute. But it's 10 times more engaging and more fun that way. People be mad though. People always be mad. Let people be mad. People get over being mad. If it's for the sake of engaging, fun, enjoyable gameplay, I'm all for it. Make people mad. Now, if you make it a grind, though, oh, no, 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 no. Don't make me farm some arbitrary currency for 4 weeks in a row to unlock a pattern. No, now that's just Dumbo. I like the, what is it? The Shadestone recipe, for example. The Shadestone is a good example. If you're an alchemist and you want to craft the Shadestones, you have to go and do the Avowed reputation. And now you can do the Avowed reputation by getting a group together with either some friends or jumping in the group finder, going and killing mobs. Yes, it's still technically a grind, but it's at least gameplay. And then eventually when your reputation is good enough, and the point being here is that you can do it at your own pace. If you want to go mental and you want to zerg it in a day, you do it in a day. If you want to, you know, leisurely chip away at it in between, I don't know, Mythic Plus dungeons or in between Battleground queues, then you can do that. Don't particularly have fond memories of having to do dungeons hoping for a bind-on pickup drop from the final boss for a week to make an item. You're misunderstanding the point. That is literally by definition just another shit gameplay mechanic. I'm talking about like actually like a quest line. It seems real simple, right? All I'm asking for is some quest lines around professions. I don't see how and why there shouldn't be. There's quest lines for everything else. There's cinematics for everything else. Why don't professions have any of that? Considering the actual professions are, without doubt, an integral part of the player experience and the player progression path. Yet, there's not even a single quest anywhere. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be time gated. It doesn't have to be a grind. Those are just retention mechanisms. Put in a fun, engaging quest line, throw a mini cutscene in the middle there somewhere, and then give people the recipe once they've done it. Make it so people have to explore. Make some of the world drop. Maybe not even world drop. Make it like, you know, a 1% drop chance on a bunch of different mobs somewhere. Why aren't there mobs in Ardenweld that drop something specific that makes something that looks very Ardenweldy? Why do we just get everything from a trainer? More importantly, this is one thing that I've always thought of, is there doesn't need to be just one way of doing something. In my opinion, there should be 2 or 3 different ways of acquiring stuff. You could buy it from a vendor, right? Let me paint a picture for you here. You could buy your legendary recipes, if you really wanted to, you could buy them from a vendor. But they're mad expensive. You buy your recipes from a vendor, they're 20,000 gold a piece if you want to buy the recipes from the vendor. Or those very same recipes will drop for mobs throughout the zones. You can, like, there are mobs out in the world that you can go and there's a small chance that they will drop the recipe that you need. So that gives you an option, right? Either you take the easy route if you've got spare gold and you just buy it at a ludicrous price, or you go do the gameplay aspect, go kill some mobs for the chance of getting that pattern without having to spend the gold. Alternatively, you could also put it at the end of a reputation if you wished. If you gain good standing with a faction because they're your home faction, maybe that should be a benefit to you that you get the recipe a little bit quicker and at a lower price. Why does that only have to be one option for everything, and that one option is just a vendor? It's boring. It's really boring. And that's just the acquisition of the recipes. That's even before you consider materials, right? That's even before you consider materials. There's so much they could do with the crafting system to make it fun. So much they could do. No random drops. Why not? The reason people don't like the grinds, 9 times out of 10, is because there's no other option. You either do the grind or you don't get the thing. And this boils back to my previous point that there doesn't have to be only one way to do something. If the only way to do something is via a grind, it's annoying, and I agree, it's annoying. But if there's another alternative way, if I can do a quest line, yet the quest line takes me an hour or so to do it, I would rather do the quest line and actually have the chance at getting some other drops and loot and gold whilst doing that quest line than trying to just kill a mob 20 times for a small chance of pattern drops. Especially over spending 50,000 gold on just buying it from a specialist pattern vendor in Oribos. Options, choice. Player choice is key in an RPG. Still don't have all the recipes that from Legion that drop. It's stupid and it's random. You're just being negative now. But guess what? The reason that those exact recipes, I would imagine, are some of the more profitable recipes. Because not everybody has them. Accessibility for all is dog shit in an MMO. This everybody must have access to everything design philosophy is good at doing only one thing. It's good at churning huge amounts of players and making Blizzard lots of money. Is it good for gameplay? No, it's dog shit. There's no reason why everybody should have access to everything easily and quickly. No reason whatsoever. Why would you need to fish to get an engineering pattern though? But just think about it. Think about it for 30 seconds and you realise that there were some good opportunities there. What if you're fishing and you happen to be an engineer and you get an engineering pattern to make a mechanical fishing rod that gives you a +10 fishing bonus? That took me 3 seconds to think of, and I'm not a game developer. But how much more fun is that than just buying a recipe from a vendor to craft some shit you're never gonna want? It's not difficult. It's just the lack of design and the lack of effort that is gross. If said recipe was useful, why does it even need to be useful? Vendor in the middle of nowhere, limit the supplies like back in vanilla. There are many ways that have been tried and tested over the years. Not sure who fishes in this game. Some people must do. I mean, bots do now. But that's the reason why bots are so prevalent, right? Why do you think bots do all the fishing? Or because the real players of the game don't want to do it because it's boring. Make it fun, make it interesting. Legion seed farms. Who remembers Legion seed farms? You used to be able to get the seed, you'd plant the seeds, you'd then be able to run around and pick up a bunch of herbs. The seeds were rare. There was groups put together about them. I never did a huge amount of them myself, but they were a thing. They were a gameplay focused system. Still have the seeds in my guild bank. It was like they built gameplay around the professions. Even the basic gathering ones had flavour in them. BFA, none of that. They dropped it down to just ranks. How do you get rank 1, 2 and 3? Well, you do a grind and then you do another grind and then you do a third grind. And in Shadowlands, nothing. You just get it from a vendor. It's not going forward, it's going massively backwards. Fishing on the phone, Pokemon style kind of way. Yeah, that you could do. So many options. It doesn't take a genius to spend like 10 minutes just thinking. And this is the thing, right? I don't believe that Blizzard don't do this, right? They must sit down and they must brainstorm 500 different ideas for every single area of this game. The problem is every single one of those ideas gets squished in the name of, right, well, we must make a new raid and we must make this new system, and more importantly, we must try and balance this new system. New systems in the game, I mean, I think Blizzard even started to learn this after BFA. New systems every patch kills your game because the systems are not fun. The gameplay is the fun. The gameplay just encapsulates the systems that are already there. New systems is a developer's way of playing a game. New systems are only fun for developers. They're not fun for players. It's the kind of thing that gets cut when stuff gets tight. Yeah, exactly. When you've got to get that new patch out and you're on a deadline, do you do the fun, flavorful stuff, or do you do the stuff that is actually mission critical to the game even working? I guess you got to do the mission critical stuff, right? So yeah, I'm all for either 3-year expansion cycles, or just get rid of this expansion business completely. Every 9 months release a new patch and we'll just keep going like that. You can build as much storyline into that as you wish, Blizzard. Stop trying to cash cow the game because you're killing it. Actually killing it. The more you milk that cow, Daisy's going to fall over and she's going to stop giving milk at some point. Sure, the profession quests were one thing that they wanted to have on the list, just got culled. Yeah, I imagine it probably was. I was very, very quick to say in the beta for Shadowlands that professions just feel so undercooked. Because the way that they do the professions at the beginning of every expansion is they have a copy-paste of the default bare minimum needed by all the professions. And once they've copied and pasted that bare minimum, then they go in and they tweak it and they massage it a bit to make it, you know, they add some quest lines on top of it, they put a few recipes here and there, they massage it and they play with it and they mould it into something new and interesting for each expansion. The problem with Shadowlands was they took that copy and paste and they did nothing with it. They just left it exactly as it was. It was 3 weeks before the expansion launched, before tailors even got new bags. And that is like a staple. I'm a salty fisherman, fished every expansion, every fish, every mount, every pet, every toy. Hang on, please hold. Sorry, we're back. I just buy fish from bots now. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, yeah. I agree. They do so many recolors to keep the game file size low. Oh, Mia, that's just outrageous. Have they never heard what? Sure. We need to I need to focus on doing something more specific, because this rant is getting out of hand. I'm very aware this rant is getting out of hand. I mean I don't like talking negatively about the game. But unfortunately sometimes it has to be done. Took me 13 weeks to get the title and I still use it. So lots of people have, let's grab this gold as well. Lots of people have their own sort of mini side missions that they work on, which is exactly what keeps people busy during the downtime. You got two options really. You either come up with something interesting to keep you engaged, or you unsubscribe and you go play another game. And just then hope that, you know, something grabs you back. I'm relatively good at making my own, you know, mini side missions, whether it be expanding onto new realms, whether it be, you know, opening all the things. I mean, just opening all the things itself can very quickly keep you occupied. Especially with time walking, we should be going back to TBC and grabbing a few bits and pieces from there, but not today. Or you do it like an idiot and stay subscribed whilst playing another game. Well, if you get suckered into the 6-month sub, then that's a strong possibility. January 2021, finally got the 250,000 honor kills achievement for Bloodthirsty title. Oh boy, took 17 years. My days. I've been playing this game since, well, pretty much since the beginning. And yeah, I still don't have that. Imagine killing off the XP people were getting from time walking. Yeah, I saw that it got nerfed. I was not surprised it got nerfed. It was too OP, way too overpowered. To do 5 dungeons and get from 50 to 60 was gross. I leveled 2 60s that day, and I was doing it somewhat casually. I know people who leveled 4 level 60s that day. And yeah, and the reason the Fun Police came out really quickly was for one very simple reason. Because if people can get to 60 too quickly, it gives them no incentive to continue playing the game. I leveled 5 60s, wish I could have done more. See, it was ludicrous. Actually bonkers. We did take advantage of that quite a bit, actually. We got ourselves, let's just, this segues nicely to the fact that we are now in a really good position on Draenor. I don't think Lazy Goldmaker will be best impressed, but we're in a really good position to start, you know, chipping away at Draenor. Another big realm. We can set the gold factory up on Draenor and see what we can do over here as well. One of my main goals for Shadowlands was to get some multi-realm systems on the go. So we now have at least 2 level 60s across 3 different realms. I would just need to I need to get some gold over here first. Once I get, I'll decide how I do that. Whether whether I transfer a guild or whether I just try and do it the ye olde traditional way and just like farm up a bit or something, I'm not entirely sure, but it was we're in a good position here to really start hitting the ground running though. 2 level 60s. The annoying thing is it took me only a few hours to get these guys to level 60. If I want to get in on the legendary game in any way, shape or form, I have to do the entire campaign on them. So I might just use these characters to just churn away at some real basic crafting stuff that I can just do sat in our boss doing nothing, because that's how the game's designed, but we'll see. Time walking XP bug was making me considering to buy a level 50 boost and play from 50 to 60, so they did lose sales. Well, I bought these were both boosts. Like that was exactly the thing for me. I bought 2 boosts on Wednesday. I can't remember the last time I bought a boost. But Wednesday, time walking XP buff, the opportunity to get some level 60s, I bought 2 boosts. With gold, obviously, let me add. Either way. Now they fix it, people don't get the boosts. Indeed. Very true. Love the character names. I thought Mutheus was fitting considering it's a Tauren. I'm probably not going to do much with these guys today, simply because I want to do a bit of a restock on the main realms. But we have 260s on Draenor now, which is a really strong position to be in. What I do need to do actually is log on to the other bank character, which is, my brain's still not working today, this account I think. Oh damn, only 3 days left on this playtime wise. Should fix that. Let's move that out of the way. Should really look at maybe starting to plan for it to be new computer day before too long. Oh no, what's going on here? Is it crashed? No, we're good. We're good. How was your vacation? I'm on vacation right now, so a bit out of the loop. It was good, thank you. It was good, thank you. It was nice to, you know, have a week where I didn't. I planned some content ahead of time to go out on YouTube, so it didn't appear like I completely disappeared off the face of the earth for a week. But in essence, is what I actually did. I kept my eyes on Discord and stuff, obviously, throughout the week, but. Yeah, it was nice to have some time off. We are back in the swing of things again now. I'm trying a slightly different schedule at the moment. Streaming 3 days a week instead of 5 gives me a little bit more time during the week to focus towards some just other stuff, other content. The obvious one is YouTube, but I also want to do. I feel that I should be utilizing the live stream content more. Just taking the VOD and dumping it on YouTube is just hella boring. Some people view the VODs and some people will engage with that, but not many people want to watch a 4-hour long video on YouTube. I need to put some time and effort into, you know, maybe breaking it down a little bit, making some highlight videos, that sort of thing. There's a lot of content that comes from the live stream, which is often, for me at least, the live stream is basically a testing ground. It's a playground for me to swing ideas past you guys to see if they then become actual, you know, good topics of conversation for videos. But more often than not, I find that I discuss something better during a live stream than I'm actually able to just sit down and talk to a camera about it. Which I know sounds kind of a bit weird, but it is kind of how it works. So there are occasions where I want to just take bits of the live stream, but it feels cheap, it feels dirty. I don't know why. Probably because it is, but I was meant to be doing a restock, wasn't I? That's what I was meant to be doing. There's me dancing around, not knowing what the hell's going on. It's fine, just do it. I'll probably, if I take highlights from the stream, they'll probably go onto the second channel rather than the main channel. Let's take leatherworking and jewel crafting. Let's do a restock on those. I'm wondering if I should even bother. I'm wondering if I'm now at the point where I should just can off a bunch of this. This is the sort of stuff that you craft it and it's like, it's just easy stuff. You don't have to cancel scan it. You throw it up on the auction house every 12 hours and a percentage of it sells and the rest of it doesn't. But occasionally stuff comes through and it's like, well, sure, okay, fine. Push up the minimum profit. Trim the list off a bit. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Because there's lots of stuff that, I mean, not that I don't feel the need to craft some of this stuff. I mean, if I'm making 1,000 gold profit on a deadly laced right choker, I absolutely should be doing it. In fact, most of this is crafter's mark stuff anyway. Ah, heck, we'll do it. It's fine. Let's just do it. Let's not mess about. Let's just do it. If TSM tells me it's profitable to do it, there's no reason to not do it, right? And most of it is kind of post and forget, so we're all good in that regard. What do we need then? We need a bunch of stuff. Curing salt. Where the hell do we get curing salt from? Why is it telling me to get that from a... that's a leatherworking vendor. Not the auction house. Heavy desolate leather we've got lots of. Boil shards we can get from a vendor. We need more boil shards. Oh damn, okay. I guess we're heading over to Bastion then. Bastion or Ardenweld? Bastion, because I'm exalted with them. Had to make some training videos for work. It took me maybe 2 hours to record it and then 7 hours to edit it. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. the amount of effort that often has to go into a single video is a lot. See, my video style on YouTube is very much hit record, talk for 10 minutes, press stop. But what people don't realise is there's many hours often of me planning that video to begin with to be able to do that. Like I do a lot more preparation for my video so that I have to do less editing in my video. Some people just sit in front of a camera with it recording and talk for an hour and then trim out the shit and trim it down via editing to a 10-minute video. I do it the other way around. I plan everything ahead of time so that I pretty much know exactly what I want to say. In some cases, actually, some of the more recent video, those TSM videos, oh my days, those TSM videos, I did them in one shot. But the first one, the TSM groups video, I think I recorded that 7 times until I did it the way that I liked. So even though I don't do a lot on the editing side, there's a lot that goes into the videos before I do them. This is why I felt the need to trim the stream schedule down a little bit. I mean, I love streaming. Streaming's really good. It's really relaxing. It's like I said, it's my test bed, my playground. Not only that, it's my time to actually do a lot of stuff in game. But streaming 5 days a week and then trying to do all of that to make sure that I was getting a good few videos done a week as well was causing me to work much later into the evening than I sometimes wanted to. And I hate using the word work when it involves playing video games and making content, because it doesn't feel like work, but you know, sometimes you got to do other stuff. Is there anything we need to buy off the auction house? I should have opened the task list, shouldn't I really? Cooldowns, no. Expirations, no. Heavy desolate leather we can grab. Need to work out where to get curing salt. One of these dudes has got to be able to sell me curing salt, right? You're actually just a repair dude. I think I need to buy a lot more shards than that. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, maybe not too many more. Is there a jewel crafting train around here somewhere? Would you be so nice? You're a scribe. You're not going to sell curing salt, are you? No. What about you? No. What about you? Your refreshments? No. Isn't there, hang on, isn't there a jewel crafting dude down by this one? I think there might be. Let's find out. Immortal shards? Why do I need those? And lay strike settings. I really should have gone to Ardenweald, shouldn't I? Am I exalted with the Wild Hunt yet? Not quite, but very close. I need to get exalted with these dudes real quick. Because for my professions, the best zone for me to go and buy all my stuff from is Ardenweald. But not until I'm exalted, because I'm a cheapskate and want maximum discounts. Is there a jewel crafting dude around here? Repairs. You're blacksmith. Oh, hang on. Complete 3 world quests in Ardenweald. You know what? If I do that calling today, that will probably get me to exalted. Maybe we should just do that. I swore there was a jewel crafting dude around here somewhere. Don't let me down, memory. Oh, I bet there is. God damn. These are just all... Okay. Maybe I got it wrong. I'll tell you what. Just make a, just take a goblin character there, level 1. You have to do the beginner island, but you can summon it to Ardenweald. Alliance, my dude. Alliance. Let's just get exalted in Ardenweald. That's the easier option, right? Surely. Wait, what? Why is there only... What? What's going on here? Oh, hang on. Tick all the boxes. Right, so let's go do... I don't know, whatever's easy. That one's like so easy it's not even funny. Let's do anything else that gives me something useful. Where is this one? Where's the jewel crafting one? Smack bang in the middle. Let's do this one as well. Pest removal. And, well, I don't know, let's just do tough crowd. We do those 3. That should get us everything we need. Right, let's go. Don't forget Dark Moon Fair buff 2. You're probably right. Although I'm already on my way. How far are we off 18 and a half. 19 and a half. 20. Okay, yeah. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. We'll see. We'll see. Right, time to fly, time to post scan. Yeah, that one, the one calling probably won't be enough. We'll probably have to do another at some point anyway. Or actually, I could just go do the assault, I think. We'll see. Just play the game, Manthius. Just play the game. It will come naturally. 749 expired auctions. Ouch. Okay. I think it is getting closer to the point where we might have to start trimming the fat. Did you do Shaping Fate? I haven't done Shaping Fate on that character, no. Yeah, that's a good point. That'll be 500 rep with everybody, won't it? Once again, I'm being distracted by squirrels, but hey ho. Right, let's get. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Everything's expiring relatively. Everything is expiring within an hour. Okay. Okay then. Got some posting to do. Speaking of rep, I love how Blizzard balked the Netherwing rep for humans. Humans get less rep than everybody else. Eh? How have they managed to do that? What, still in retail or in classic? I say classic. You know, classic TBC. In retail? See, I got my Netherwing rep when it was current content, so I've not been back and done that for the longest of time. Yeah, I've had my Nether Drake mounts for a while at this point. Aren't humans meant to get 10% more rep? Isn't that the way it's meant to be? You're struggling. Do you need a hand? Hang on. Tall man duties call. Alrighty, where are we at? Humans gain reputation more than we intended, therefore we decided to reduce the rep that they gain. Yeah, that makes total sense. That's Blizzard all over. Apparently Kyrian got less reputation in Korthia. Really? Why would that be a thing? I don't know. I think I've missed something. I'm out of touch with something. Oh, this mailbox is going to take some time, isn't it? It's going to take some time. Criterion quest givers reward tables are different from the others. Oh, I see. Ah, no, it makes sense. That's not like Blizzard at all, surely. They don't fuck up unnecessarily. Never. Not even once. Somebody's character name is Slave Huntard. Oh dear. Oh dear. Somebody's asking to have their account banned. It's not the worst character name I've seen, but I mean it's not great, is it? My mouse wheel is going to take a beating right now. Now, considering it's Friday though, we should see some reasonable sales on a Friday still. It's got to be people, you know, finishing work, finishing school, getting ready for the weekend, getting ready for raid this evening. Now I know it is still only like, well, in the I forget, it's only just gone midday for me, but in the UK it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's still very early for anything to be happening. But if you don't post it, it won't sell. Rule 1. Did we land in we did land. Okay, so he's ready to rock and roll. We can quickly do this junk crafting one, because this one is super easy. Pick up the thing, press like 3 buttons. Callus prices are rising on all realms, but Elysium's going down on all. Elysium's going down, but I would imagine it's only going down to counteract the fact that it went up pretty heavily in the first place. And I would probably say the same for Callus. Callus is going up a little bit, only because it went down like a rock whilst everybody was in Korthia. I've not been keeping anywhere near as much of an eye on the materials actually recently. I probably should be. Certainly not on a region scale anyway. It's a weird one, right? That I'm still on my main realm of Sylvanas, churning through a huge stockpile. I'm not really in much of a position to be buying more stuff, which is a good and a bad thing, right? Because it's meant that I've taken my eye off the ball. Do we just got to kill these things? We just got to kill them. Cool. This is easy, this one. Kill a bunch of things, pull out a bunch of worms from the ground. Oh, you stole my worm. Son of a... Oh, hang on, that's not a worm. The green ore prices are stabilizing. Ingots can actually be properly valued now. I've been making a lot of Shadowghast ingots recently. That's one thing that I didn't really account for. I stocked up on a lot of ore before patch 9.1 launched, or a lot by my standards at least. But what I didn't account for was just goddamn how long it takes to turn stuff into Shadowghast ingots. I forgot the hours that you need to dedicate to just making Shadowghast ingots. It's actually gross. I now remember why I was very tempted in patch 9.0 to make an account dedicated to Shadowghast ingots. Just, you know, boost a character, level its blacksmithing, and just leave it crafting Shadowghast ingots 24 hours a day. Because you'll use them or you'll sell them. Especially with the surge of jewel crafting in 9.1. The actual demand for Shadowghast ingots has gone through the roof, because not all blacksmiths have the ability to make them. Sorry, not all jewel crafters have the ability to have a pocket blacksmith to make their Shadowghast ingots. Meaning that even jewel crafters are buying very large quantities of Shadowghast ingots off the auction house. Or of course buying them from an alchemist once a day. Oh, what a joke that is. That's literally the single most useless transmute in the game right now. I buy all mine, CBA crafting them. I mean, if you're making good profits on your rank 6s, and that's why you need them, then yeah, just do it. Like, save yourself the time. Make less profit per craft, but, you know, slice your crafting time, like, not even in half, by like 1/10. Right, what do we need to do now? Four more dudes to pew pew. Three more. There's one. These dudes are hyper spawning now. Skinners, you want some heavy callous hide today? This world quest? Get on it. Although I would love it if the horde would stop tagging everything. There we go. There's two. What do we need to do? One more. Where are we going, Zygor? We're going this way. Tough crowd. Oh, I remember this one. This one's annoying. Let's post another bag full of stuff while we fly. Mad Hatter, how we doing? Welcome, welcome. And a fifth for heavy desolate leather. Yeah, true, and that. When are you making that video about crafted Legos? Only the ones you should craft now. I think you're asking for a video that I had no intention of making. But I could do, just not this week. I mean, it's really kind of simple, right? If it clashes with a domination socket, you probably don't want to focus on it. You probably still want to have one crafted, but you don't want to stock them per se. But anything that's non-domination socket, you can comfortably craft a couple of. Didn't that kind of happen yesterday? Well, yeah, yesterday's video was a bit of an overview to what's happened with the legendary crafting system in 9.1. I didn't niche it down into any specific topic. I wanted it to be a little bit more of a general discussion. because often you need to, you need to paint the picture relatively generally, and then you can sort of, deep dive into certain aspects if needs be. We'll post those in a minute. Let's get this world quest done. I mean, I don't have leatherworking, but I think I'll invest some time into the future to farm for the Legos. It's really difficult to offer advice when it comes to the legendary crafting system, because in the exact same sentence I can very comfortably say that the legendary crafting system is the most profitable way, the most outrageously overpowered system that crafters have ever seen, and the most ridiculously powerful way to make gold right now. But in the very same breath, I can also say that it is the biggest debate in World of Warcraft right now for gold makers. And it's entirely because ranks 1 through till 3 are dead. Just DEAD. The cost for you to power level through 1 till 3 is just a sunk cost. The likelihood of you getting that gold back anytime soon is next to none. Which is even more, considering that Vestige of Origins were meant to be a catch-up system. Let me say that again because it surprises people. Vestige of Origins was meant to be a catch-up system for legendaries. It was meant to make it so that crafting the lower, you could craft higher ranked legendaries with lower amounts of materials. Now, obviously Blizzard done goofed on that one because they balanced it all wrong. Making it so that you need 40 crystals to make a single craft was dumb level stupid. So they broke the catch-up system. They broke it so badly that it is now actually even worse than what it was in patch 9.0. In terms of the fact that at least power leveling your legendaries in 9.0, you had a strong chance of selling the ranks 1 through till 3. You had a good chance of selling them. You may have to, devote a bit of time to sell them, and you may not get 100% of what it costs you to craft it back, but you get a good chunk. You'd certainly recuperate most of your cost over time. 9.1 though, nah, it's just not happening. Whatever it costs you right now, whatever you have to spend on ranks 1 through till 3, it's just consider that gold gone. Just poof, disappear. It's just not happening. Which actually in turn makes getting into the legendary crafting system even more ridiculously expensive than it was at many points during patch 9.0, which is just madness. It's madness. Which is why it's very difficult for me to offer advice to people on whether they should or should not get into legendaries. If you have 10 million gold and you want to get into legendaries now, sure, it will cost you 5 million gold to do it. But consider that 5 million gold gone. You're going to have to be prepared to craft 5 million gold worth of profit on rank 6s before you even break even. Only when you break even will you start actually making gold. Which means that if you level, if you're just getting into Legos now, you might have to level everything and sell like an absolute crazy person just to break even in this patch. Hey! A wild Hickons appears. How are we doing, Hickons? Welcome, welcome. You caught me mid You caught me mid-explanation of how the 9.1 legendary crafting system is now even more difficult for people to get in on than it was in 9.0. Simply on the basis that ranks 1 through till 3 are just DEAD. Dead in the water. Your chance of selling ranks 1 through till 3 for even anywhere near to profit is not good right now. So glad I got into Legos back in January to February. I think that's when I started watching Mantheus. It's one of those, right? The sooner you do it, the sooner it's done. Sooner you do it, sooner it's done. But just be aware that the cost of leveling right now, you're probably not going to see much of that back anytime soon. I know it'll all be lost, I just want to do it for the future. Well, this is it, right? If you can dedicate this, if you've got a bunch of gold already, and you can dedicate this patch to leveling up your legendaries, don't worry too much about actually making gold off the legendaries. Just do your utmost to, you know, keep the cost as low as possible. You'll then hopefully be in a good position when 9.2 launches, that you'll have got stuff leveled. You won't be recuperating costs, and you'll just be dealing with profit margins, which is the ultimate position to be in. Some of the rank ones, even on my full pop, look profitable at the moment. There are very, very select few slots, but you've got to remember that the profit on a rank 1 is maybe, even if it's profitable, what is it, like 2,000 gold? The profits at the beginning are definitely not going to cover the cost of the losses further up the tree. I've seen this week the cost of all crafting materials is dropping hard. I'm getting to the point of the month prior to a 9.1 low of lows. Yeah, it's a telling sign that that people are done with the content, right? When the materials start heavily dropping, it's a sign that people are just done with the content. Because the only reason the materials would start heavily dropping is one of two things. Either people are choosing to farm more of them, or what is more likely the case is that people are buying less of them. And why would people be buying less materials? Because less crafted stuff is selling. Those people who bought huge quantities of materials at the beginning of patch 9.1 because they were crafting item level 200 and 230 gear and they were selling it for 300% profit all day long, now that they're only making 500 gold on every item that they craft, it very quickly stops being worth their while. They've made their gold, they're done now, they're out of here, they're off doing something else. They've made their quick buck and now they're off to other things. By the way, the Swift Spectral Tiger price has been upped to double since Shadowlands release. What is it now, like 80 million or something silly? Flying lag is kicked in now too. The reserves have been used up. Possibly. That's also probably quite true, yeah. Sad, 1 month after patch release. Well, the problem will be is that once people, I can't remember where exactly what point it is with Renown, but it's coming very, very soon. There comes a point in the Renown path where people who just raid log no longer need to continue doing it. Once you get the majority of your soulbind upgrades, you're basically done with Renown. And I think we're almost there. Much past 60, I don't really feel... Okay, there's a couple here. Oh, they're just enhancing them further up the tree now. Oh, okay. Maybe they changed this then. 5th row of conduits is enhanced. 6th row of conduits is enhanced. Oh, they've actually made it so that even people that raid log have at least some incentive to go and keep their renown in check. But if it's just the conduit system, it's just the soulbind system, I think people are just like, meh, whatever. It's this week. If it hits the last slot on the 3rd page. Yeah, the enhancing them is probably not anywhere near as beneficial for people to do as to just simply unlock them in the first place. Because this, for example, 12th row of the soulbind traits. Once you've unlocked all of the traits, that's obviously the that's the key thing, right? Once you unlock this, renown 57, 55. I can already activate that one. 57. So it's this week, actually. It's this week. People will have unlocked all of their conduits. So people who just raid log have very, very little incentive to continue even doing the weekly stuff. I mean, they probably will, because they slowly get enhanced. But the just unlocking the thing in the first place is the big one. Once people have got access to everything here, their desire to go much further is like they're just not bothered. Which will mean that more and more people will just stop doing their Shaping Fate Korthia quest. Which means less people in Korthia generally. I wonder what the leather sale will be like since monks have changed Covenant to Necrolord and have to recraft stuff. I mean, the biggest issue I've seen generally is that regardless of whether you wear cloth, mail, leather, or plate, 9 times out of 10 you're looking at either a cape, which is generic, or you're looking at a ring, which is generic. That's the big issue in many cases, but it takes half an hour to do it before raid. True, but I can categorically tell you that much past this week, you'll see a huge drop in the amount of people doing Korthia every week, because they just won't need to. If these guys don't absolutely categorically have to do it, then they probably won't. Campaign is keeping them doing it. After that, they'll just raid log. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think we're going to see a very, very sharp decline in the amount of people doing Korthia in the next couple of weeks. Did we hit? No, we didn't. Oh, look how close we are. We're like 400 rep. No, 600 rep away. 600 rep away. You know what? If I had the Darkmoon Fair buff and I went and did my Shaping Fate, I'd probably hit it. But now I probably won't. Oh well, whatever. Did we finish posting everything? No. No. We're being incredibly slow today. Darkmoon and Fate gives 550. Yeah, look how close we are. We need 600. We don't even need... we do. We need 608. I certainly hope you guys aren't right, because when Korthite Crystal prices keep... well, yeah. This is a risk, right? Dirty Irby was talking about this yesterday in his stream for a while. That he suspects that it will... he described it as a staircase, that the legendary prices will go down in a staircase fashion, in terms of that people will buy, if people buy a whole bunch of crystals at 2,000 gold a piece. They craft a bunch of legendaries. They go out there, they try and sell those legendaries. And in that time between them selling the legendaries, more Korthite crystals appear. And then the price of Korthite crystals, the next time they have to buy a whole bunch of them, they're 1,800 gold a piece. There's then a 200 gold drop there, which will then shave off like 10,000 gold crafting cost of the legendaries. And so what is 100,000 gold for a legendary today will drop to 90,000 gold, and it will just staircase down, and it will sort of drop down sort of 10k at a time as the weeks go forward. And I think that's somewhat accurate. It's playing pretty heavily on the thought process that people buy a lot of Korthite crystals in one go, which is only really true for, you know, big boy crafter goblins. Most people will probably buy Korthite crystals 40 at a time, just so that they buy enough to craft a legendary, and they'll restock a legendary and then try and sell it. I don't think there's that many people that craft and sell all of the legendaries. Did you guys see the XP glitch that was happening with riding the Darkmoon Faire roller coaster, then doing a time walking dungeon? People were getting 300k bonus XP at the end of the run, at least for levels 50 to 59. Yep, that's exactly how I got 2 new level 60s on Wednesday. Tracker is up if you're interested. Oh, I am interested. Thank you, Woo. So, boys and girls, this is Woo's little Korthite crystal tracker, which is telling a interesting story right now by the looks of things. Sale rate is actually bonkers on Korthite crystals at the moment. Sale rate is bonkers. Now, do we feel that this might have something to do with the big goblins out there who bought heavy in the first couple of weeks, have now burnt through their stocks of Korthite crystals and are now buying again? The regional sale average price is it's trending downwards, albeit very slowly, by like 10-20 gold a day. It's trending downwards. The regional amount sold per day. See, this is the interesting thing, right? The actual quantity sold doesn't really seem to be changing all that much. And this has got to be something to do with the fact of, well, just how many new Korthite crystals are made every day. Like, how many new Korthite crystals appear on a daily basis? Because people can only buy the new ones. But you can see the actual quantity, it's trending downwards. There's a spike on the 6th, which was today. But generally speaking now, it's been less than 100,000 Korthite crystals for a good week or so now. Nowhere near the 150,000 that there was early days. Now you would assume by this point, people have bought their first rank 6, people would still arguably be farming Korthia for conduit upgrades. They would still be getting Korthite crystals, and the overall supply, you'd expect it to go up. But it's the data doesn't sort of suggest that, which is interesting. Are they foreseeing that people will be doing Korthia less, and so the price is... yeah, maybe. I think the crystal sales are indicative of a cheaper price. They're going as low as 1,500 gold a piece, and I've been buying them out up to 2,000 a piece. Well, that's it. Maybe goblins are looking at it and saying, ooh, I might need a bunch of these relatively soon to do a big restock, and are just chipping away, keep maintaining the value of them at around the 2,000 gold a piece mark. Next week, people can craft their second rank 6. This is very telling. The real interesting one for me is the region average daily sold. This is an indication to just how many new ones are appearing. Like, there's no huge spike upwards or spike downwards of the quantity sold, because it's entirely dependent on just how many new crystals are generated every day. And any new ones that are being created are being bought out by crafters. I think the 0.52 factors in this Wednesday, which anecdotally for me is pretty hot. This was Goblin restocking on soul stuff. I know full well that this Wednesday, this week on Tailoring Mill, Corthite crystals got reset up to 2.9k, and they stayed there for a lot of Wednesday. There was definitely a couple of goblins, might possibly have been me, and a few others, that just bought out everything that turned up on Wednesday. I think I did about I wasn't opening my mail. I wasn't saving everything. I was having to reinvest a lot of gold, but I think I did about 8-9 million gold in sales on Wednesday overall by the end of the day. My mailbox was just pretty chocker all day long. I think I averaged about 700,000 gold an hour almost all day. Might have been me. Maybe. I always keep around 2,000 fragments on me, as that tends to be enough for a Wednesday. See, that's a good ballpark average. If you work out roughly what you expect to sell on a Wednesday and have enough like ready and waiting to cover those, then you should be good. Only managed 3 million in sales on Tailoring Mill. Sorry, might have been my bad. Let me put it this way: I think it was, I didn't track it, but I think it was a 3.8 million gold mailbox I opened on Thursday morning, and I opened the mailbox at least 3 times on Wednesday. I wasn't just stockpiling it. What I had in my mailbox on Thursday morning was just a couple of hours in the evening. It's yeah, it's still relatively safe to say you can do some crazy things if you can get the materials. Twisting Nether was worse at 2.5 mil, but Draenor was the best at 5 mil. This is why I want to be on Draenor. The market over there seems actually bonkers. I also watched Dirty Irby's stream a little bit last night and watched him open 57 million gold across his 3 accounts. I was like, NA madness right there. 57 million gold he looted from his mailbox yesterday. It's like, what? It's just on another level. The NA servers over there are just actually mental. 57 million gold across 3 servers. What's the population like on Draenor? Raiders, casuals, everything. There's a big raiding scene as well on Draenor. And it's the highest between Draenor and Kazakh. I think they're the 2 highest population servers in the EU. Lots of PvP. Yeah, it's just everybody, just a lot of everything. Which is obviously the stars align for creating a really rich economy. when everybody wants everything. You can't have 170,000 players or characters on a server without, you know, there being a bunch of everybody. Think about the amount of crafting you have to do to sell 57 million. That's a lot of crystals. Yeah. 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 Actually ridiculous numbers. It's all about scale. This is one thing we tried to talk about a lot. It's all about scale. Once you get to the point where, because Dirty Irby, for example, now when he restocks his legendaries, he's not making like 1 or 2 rank 6s at a time. He's making like 10, 12, 15 rank 6s so that he's got enough stock to cover him for the next few days. And then all he does, and obviously if you're crafting 10, 12, 15 rank 6s, that's like 500 Korthite crystals, 600, 700 Korthite crystals just for one item. Just for like, I don't know, Shadowghast legs or something. So yeah, it adds up. it's ludicrous. Oh my god, we're having auctions expire faster than I can put things back on the auction house. Slow down, Realm, slow down. Can't keep up. Right, we might finally get to the bottom of our mailbox in a second. Maybe, possibly. I didn't get very far on my restock, did I? In fact, I got so far away from doing my restock, I have actually got no idea what I'm trying to be crafting. Oh, task list was already open. Heavy desolate leather, curing salt. That's what I was trying to buy. Stupid curing salt. Where the flippity doodah do I buy curing salt from? I guess we just ask Wowhead, right? It's not so much a case of where do I buy it from, it's more of a case of where do I buy it cheap. Vendor in Alliance, boys and girls, Alliance. Can I just go buy it from Stormwind? Is that a thing? Alright, we'll just go buy it in Stormwind, it's fine. Is there anything else I need? Lay Strike settings I can buy while I'm here. Leatherworking vendor in Stormwind, yeah. I think the dude down here sells me Lay Strike settings. Buying 59 seems really dumb. Can we buy like a lot of these? I don't actually have that much room. Because my bags are broken. Broken gross. Right, let's get Stormwind real quick. Whoa, 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 not the Argent Tournament grounds. Let's relax on that one. Almost made a real boo-boo there. Oh, hello. Jesus. Random wife appears. Please hold. Random wife used aggro. It was super effective. It was. Scared the shit out of me. She's very sneaky when she needs to be. What's the food buff today? Today's food buff is our manthe salad. What's it called? Some serrano ham, parma. No, what's the? See if I can show it to you without pouring it on everything. So we got a big old block of hang on, there we go. Big old mozzarella, some parma ham or something, and there's some nectarines again in there. You know, the usual. Meat, cheese, and a whiff of fruit. That's the one. That's the one. A whiff of fruit. Yep. Just a small aroma.
You just lost $5.
Hey!
Shaman, that's a salad if I've ever seen one.
Yep. Telling me. Best salad going. Meat and cheese. All about that life. Thank you for the sub. 5-month streak. GG. Thank you, my man. Oh, hi. You want to sell me something? No. Leatherworking supplies? Curing salt. Yay. Give me all them salts. How many do I need? 580? What's the necessity on those? Holy smoke. Right, let's get these crafting while we start nomming on our food buff.
You just lost $5.
Hey!
Captain _ Brown Eye.
Questionable name, but thank you, Captain Brown Eye. Appreciate it. Your salad has 0 vegetables. I thought a vegetable is the definition of a salad. See, this is where your education has failed you. This is the #1 salad. #1 salad. Meat, cheese, and how was it described? A whiff of fruit. There we go. Anything covered in olive oil is technically a salad, right? I think that's how it works. Oh, okay. We've got lots of materials in our bags and nowhere to actually craft anything. Let's fix that problem. Fix that problem real quick. Let's go drop a bunch of materials in the bank, or the guild bank, or not the guild bank. You know what I mean. The place where you put stuff. The place where you put stuff. This place. You can go in there. Along with all of this random stuffs. Let's cleaned out a bit of space. Sling our arboreals in there. Half of these. They'll get used up in a second anyway. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. The meat ate the salad and you're eating the meat, so technically you're eating salad too. Genius. Actual genius right there. The words of a wise person once said, cows eat salad so we don't have to. Exactly. Blows my mind just how smart some of you guys are. Incredible. Alright. What are we actually crafting? 230 gear. Whoa! Hold the phone. These things are up to 18,000 gold a piece again. 4k crafting cost? Go on then. 16k for, see, people take their, like, the second, this always happens, right? A new system, a new crafting, like, market opens up. It goes ludicrously profitable for the early birds. The ones that get to dive in on it real quick make an absolute killing. Then the price over the next week or so actually tanks into the floor, to the point where all of the early birds, you know, they go find other worms to eat. And when all of those people leave the market, then the prices go back up and then goblins take over. When the goblins take over, we're the ones that just cash in consistently through the rest of the patch. Wonderful situation. All day long. What are we missing material-wise? Heavy desolate leather. What profession would you say has earned you the most? Ooh. I would probably go as far as... It's hard to not say leatherworking. It's very difficult to not say leatherworking, but leatherworking is almost two professions. Because you're dealing with both leather and mail. And not to mention the ridiculous gold that was made from leatherworking legendaries in 9.0. Excluding legendaries though, I would say probably jewel crafting. I don't know. The problem is I don't play in all markets anymore. It's just not viable for me to be in every single market anymore. I can only focus on so many things, and given the opportunity to focus on more expensive things, I'm going to focus on the more expensive things, which in turn means that 99% of my gold making activities is revolved around legendaries in some way, because at scale they are the most profitable thing to be doing. So it depends, like, entry level gold making, profession wise, you want to look at alchemy, you want to look at cooking, you want to look at enchanting. They're super fast selling things that you can get into with very small amounts of gold and do some stuff with. Once you have a little bit more gold, you can start focusing on some of the crafted gear. So, tailoring, leatherworking, blacksmithing, and jewel crafting. Those professions will give you many different opportunities to craft a variety of gear at variety of item levels now, meaning that you can craft a lot of different things and post a lot of different things on the auction house, which will give you that consistent daily revenue. And then once that consistent daily revenue is built up enough and you have a nice pot of gold, then you can start investing that pot of gold into legendaries, and you start off by cherry picking a couple of legendary slots to focus on most of the time. Jewel crafting just generally at the moment is popping off. Tailors would look at things like the cape. Leather workers would probably look at things like umberhide legs. You'd focus on a couple of those, start slow, and then as everything scales up with the legendaries, you start to scale down all of the crafted gear, simply because you just don't have enough ability to deal with 500 different items all the time. And it takes you just as long, and it takes you just as much effort to craft a random 168 shade-bound arm guards as it does a rank 6 legendary. It takes you just as much time to buy the materials and craft it. So which one are you going to do? You know, you're going to do the one that gives you the most gold. So I really went off on a tangent with that question, didn't I? And I forgot to eat my salad. But yeah, that for me at least is the sort of the natural progression of a goblin. Now, obviously, you can boost that progression with more playtime, and you can equally boost that progression by just having more gold to start with. Are you going to end up making a video on your thoughts on the whole Blizzard situation since you've been gone for a bit? Or are you trying to stay low with the whole situation? I avoid stuff like that. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I avoid stuff like that. I said my piece when it happened. But for the most part, I tend to avoid stuff like that. My stream and my content is not drama focused. Drama's the wrong word to use in a situation like that because it's... But you know what I mean. Like IRL stuff, we don't talk about politics here. I'm not a huge football fan, but during the Euros, we avoided talking about that sort of stuff. I want this place to be an escape from all of the outside world shit. No ass hattery, exactly. I'm not a big fan of if I was, if I was doing it for views, then yeah, sure, I'd probably bang out a video. It would probably do 10k views, and it'd probably make me. It's not what I want to do though. That sort of stuff, I tend to stay pretty low on it. This is meant to be a chill environment. People are meant to have fun. People are meant to be able to forget about the weird, stupid shit that's happening outside of, outside of the four walls of the game. Probably sold 1 million gold worth of cooking feasts the last 3 weeks, just gathered from the mission table. That's ludicrous. That's actually bonkers crazy. But I totally believe it. Long time no ad. That's very true. That's very true. I will run a couple of ads in a minute. I need to go and I need to very quickly finish my salad. Once I finish my salad, I need to get rid of my get rid of the plate and go grab a drink. And it's at that point we will definitely run a couple of ads. Thank you for reminding me. Only Johnny Scumbag related ass hattery is discussed here. Yeah, if you've been an ass in game, we'll talk about it. But stuff that's happening outside of the game. Yeah, I try to avoid that sort of stuff. For the most part, I don't believe I'm influential enough for people to give a damn what my opinion is on it.
You just lost $5.
Crunchy_pistachio. Thought it was only right to sub while you're eating laughing face.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 2-month tier 1. Keep that combo up. Thank you. Hey, up, we're selling something in the background. I can hear it. What are we selling? Oh, holy smoke, we're selling bits. We've out of nowhere done 250,000 gold. No effort, no cancel scans. Just want to point that out. I wish more people thought like you. Yeah, me too. I noticed a lot of cancel scanners scurried away after the whole situation. I barely have to cancel scan nowadays in Alchemy and Inscription. I mean, yeah. Right, we're almost done here. I've still obviously got huge amounts. Hang on. Shadowgast rings, rank 1s and rank 2s. I didn't even know I was crafting those. I probably shouldn't be anymore. I probably don't have any left. A rank 6 Bone Shatter Greaves. Go on, I'll take that. That's a sale and a half. Just sold a rank 5 Grimveld Hood for 526,000 gold. Rank 6 is 200k, go figure. Thanks for your business. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it sometimes. Let people make their own mistakes on the auction house. That's my philosophy. Absolutely. Right, let's get these listed. Derpalicious banked an ad that we need to play. I need to go get rid of my plate, and then we'll get back to whatever it was we were doing. Restocking. Highly interesting, I know. I'm sorry. People make mistakes. I cash in. Exactly. One person's mistake is where my profit comes from. Oh my god, this mailbox never ends. Right. Quick. Inhale last bits of... Right then, boys and girls, I'm going to play a couple of ads for a few minutes while I get rid of my stuff and go grab a drink. Obviously, best way to avoid ads on Twitch, hit that sub button. Twitch have also recently changed the subscription prices depending on where you live. So tick the button. You never know, it might be a little bit cheaper than it used to be for you to hit that sub button all the same. But I'll be back in 2 minutes, boys and girls. Alrighty, we're back. We're good. We're good. Ooh, we actually reached the end of the mailbox. Lovely stuff. Let's get this last stuff loaded then. Facing an issue at the moment. I've maxed out all Legos on all armor types and slots. Where's the issue? But they're spread out on 3 characters. And I have my Tailor combined with Enchanting as it was historically a good combo. Should I get Tailoring on my Leatherworking and at least power through some of the meta slots to begin with? Oh, you're trying to circumvent the fact that, yeah, Vestige of Origins are more expensive with Tailoring. Yeah, I was in a similar position on my main realm, but I was, yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, right? You either need to, yeah, there's no easy way around that, is the honest answer. The only, yeah, there's no easy way around that. Generally speaking, there's you might just have to bite the bullet on Tailoring and just accept defeat a little bit. That you might be 20,000 gold overpriced, but trust me, it will only be a temporary thing. Because even though the Vestige of Origins with Tailoring is about 20,000 gold more expensive than the others right now, yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know what the suggested answer is. Mainly because I never recommend dropping professions. But is being 20,000 gold more competitive on each Tailoring legendary more or less of an advantage to you than keeping Enchanting? I can't really tell you what to do there. Vestige is 100k for Tailoring and 82 with Leatherworking. Yeah, it's usually about a 15 to 20k difference. If you've only done Shadowlands Enchanting, sure, get rid of it. But if you're a collector, it's a hard choice. Yeah, if you happen to have had Enchanting for a long time and have lots of patterns from past expansions and stuff, I fully understand why you don't want to let it go. Additionally though, what I will say is that if that 18,000 gold difference is the difference between you making something profitably and not making something profitably, your Tailoring market is too competitive to begin with. You probably can still make lots of Tailoring, some of the rank 5s and some of the rank 6s, with enough profit to counteract that. Because you've also got to remember that by default, Trade School Master's minimum price, there's a good video for you coming out today as well, by the way. The Trade School Master by default will use the Vestige of Origin price from Tailoring regardless of how you actually crafted it. Selling Bone Shattered Greaves all over the place. What's going on here? A rank 4 and a rank 6 Bone Shattered Greaves. Please don't tell me they're to the same person. I mean, I bet they are. Bone Shattered Greaves, rank 4. Oh no, different people. Sure. It's just a coincidence then. See, this is a good example. If you do things at scale, if you do it at a large enough scale, you can almost circumvent the need to cancel scan. I've not done a single cancel scan today, and we're at 300,000 gold worth of sales in the last hour. Now, if I had cancel scanned, I could be double that, triple that, quadruple that, but the point still stands. Without actually cancel scanning, you can still do work. 2,300 gold a piece. Price is going up. Genuinely, the price is going up. Another 1,000,000 gold to buy more Corthite crystals. I probably am going to need to do this in a minute. Oh my days, what's going on? Oh. We're giving away rank 3s. Okay, I see. Don't have too many recipes yet. I'm in the process of gathering them. But would not be dropping enchanting anyway. I have leatherworking, skinning. Wanted to get leatherworking, tailoring there. And instead of tailoring, enchant something else. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the best solution is in that one. You're going to have to make that decision by yourself a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, making drastic decisions based on potential profits that you can make right now is a very short-term gain. If that short-term gain is like worth it to you, then sure, go ahead. But be aware that in 2 months' time, when everything's changed, will you then regret dropping enchanting? Don't know. Oh, hang on. What's going on over here? Where's the disconnect going? Don't want none of that business. Right, where did we get with our crafting? Just keep pressing the button. There we go. It's easy enough. I mean, if you take tailoring up on another profession, don't forget that you then have to level tailoring again, which is the worst idea. Because then you have to craft another 45 of every single tailoring item, which will be way more expensive than taking a 20,000 gold hit on every item you craft. That's an even worse way of doing it. Wanted to make a more permanent decision and couple leatherworking with tailoring and enchanting with something else. But that you can't say that though, because that whilst that looks like a permanent decision now, like I said, what happens in 6 months' time when everything's changed again? Then you'll want to switch it all around again. There's no such thing as like a best solution. Tail end of BFA, tailoring and enchanting were really matched. Why? Because you craft things on a tailor to disenchant them on your enchanter, and it's all a self-contained unit. For that scenario, those two professions worked really nicely. Now times have changed. If you go switching everything around now to be optimal now, don't expect that to be a permanent solution. Because in 6 months' time, it will be different again. I virtually guarantee it. Just last patch even, people had pocket tailors everywhere because making Crafter's Mark 2 on a tailor was frequently considerably cheaper than it was making it everywhere else. Now people don't want those tailors on those characters because making Crafter's Marks with tailoring is now even more expensive. It just always changes. There's no permanent outcome. Balance on the next phase of optional reagents is likely to be way different. Yeah, it's completely seesawed in just one patch. Everybody wanted pocket tailors to make cheap Crafter's Marks in 9.0. Now nobody wants those tailors because they're the most expensive option all of a sudden. I've had tailoring and enchanting on my main and had it since TBC, not changing that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you've had those professions for time, then don't go switching them around. Definitely don't go dropping 10 years worth of leveling on a profession, but best long-term solution is to have a disposable profession on most characters. The way I do it now is I have characters that are specifically designed for the purpose of crafting. They have no emotional attachment to the profession outside of that exact expansion. Then I have other characters that are my, you know, collectors, long-term collectors. Blacksmith and leatherworking and a tailor dual crafting combo on all my characters. It wasn't ideal for Crafters Mark II, but I was okay with that. Tailoring and dual crafting is 1k more expensive, 3k versus 2k on your blacksmith and leatherworker for a vestige, but again, I'm okay with that. You can't min-max everything. True. Yeah, if you are going to try and absolutely meta slave and min-max everything, expect to be changing your professions around every single patch, which is acceptable to do if those characters are purely designed for the purpose of crafting. But if they're characters that you've actively played the game with for a long time, it's not the smartest move. Why did it not send half of this? Why did it crash? Let's try that again. There we go. No, stop telling me to equip these. Right, that'll do for now. If I don't have the materials to make everything, it's not the end of the world. Dual crafting. Craft up these last few. That wasn't too bad of a restock for dual crafting and leatherworking, to be honest. I can live with that. Oh, this lag when crafting though is so painful. So painful. Let's do tailoring and blacksmithing now though. Let's do a restock on those. What do we need? Oh my god, 500 items? Oh, lots of sharpening stones, that's why. Lots of sharpening stones. Okay, that's what's taking the time, that's fine. Gathering, let's do tailoring first. Bunch of lightless silk, oh there's a surprise. Okay then. Oh, if ever you try and use TSM mailing and for some reason it doesn't send, make sure you press the clean up bags button first, then it will usually work. Right, switch characters. The secret superpower, clean up bags button first. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I hate pressing that button. Some people have a thing. Yeah, that's it. If you have all your potions and stuff organized in a easy to understand way, pressing that button's not good news. But Sometimes for TSM you need to. Apparently we need to buy a bunch of lightless silk. Have I got any left on this realm? Aha, we do. I can't remember how much we needed. How much did we need? Let's let it load in usually. Giving away more low level stuff. I usually just do a reload. Yeah, that's true. That might fix it as well, actually. That gives TSM an opportunity to rescan your bags and work out where every item is in which slot, which should fix TSM's mailing to, you know where things are properly. 1,430, so 1,500 lightless silk we needed. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's grab another stack. There we go. Send that over. Oh damn! What? Oh no! Shrouded cloth. 1 day left. Oh my god! I think I've lost a whole bunch of shrouded cloth. You know. I need to fix that real quick. Real quick. Can I find a Brutosaur? So somebody want to bring a Bruto over here, please? Okay, hang on. We're a mage. We can fix this. Okay. Avert disaster. Quick. Why did I do a portal? I should have just teleported. I need to real quick fix this shrouded cloth problem. On another note, any idea why plate shoulders rank 6 are selling so much even though they're domination slots? BIS for PvP maybe, and PvPers that don't raid? Probably. It could alternatively just be the fact that because it's a domination slot, there's not many people crafting and selling them, making them less competitive, meaning that you technically end up seeing more sales than you would normally. Don't assume everybody is raiding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is why domination slots, I will still craft them, but I'll only ever craft yeah. If it clashes with a domination slot, I'll craft it, but I'll only craft one. I'm willing to take the risk on one. If it sells, cool, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No, not Zygor one. That's gross. Let's get these on the auction house. 48 hours. Go. You're still holding the shrouded cloth? Well, I bought it with the intention of vendor shuffling it, but there's a distinct downside to that in terms of the fact that there ain't no way I'm actually ever going to vendor shuffle it, so I need to try and just sell it off again or use it somehow. I just lolled Zygor. Yeah, as much as I love Zygor, why is this over here as well? The auction house side of Zygor is dog doo-doo. Actual dog doo-doo. Ooh, loads of room. Right, this is where we go empty bags. Put everything in the bank real quick. Now this only works as long as I don't fuck stuff up, but now with a nice clean bag we can gather up all the shrouded cloth. I need 400 left for the archivists, and I've done almost everything I can. Yeah, that's so frustrating. When you're within touching distance of getting the rep you need, and just not quite. Potentially worth using for Crafters Mark 3 or 4 if the price is right. Burns through loads of cloth. Yeah, the lightless silk is the bottleneck for me on that one though. But yes, you are right. Was it like 500 each one or something stupid? Yeah, I will absolutely do that eventually. In the meantime though, I just need to give... If I post it on the auction house once, it means it will sit in my mailbox for another month until I have to do something with it. So it's fine. I only have to do this once a month. I'm not going to pre-craft all of the crafters marks though. I'll make them when I need to make them. I think this is maybe a couple of bag loads and then we're good. Another prime example of me ending up doing something completely different to what I planned to do, but you know, sometimes it happens, and by sometimes I mean all the time. What I need to remember though is do not reload my UI. If I reload UI now, it's going to be annoying to get all my stuff back out of the bank. Those damn squirrels, you're right. Every time, they get me. Yeah, there we go. That should be it now. Last trip to the auction house, then we're good. Starting to feel a little bit like a Zanzibar stream. You know, just shrouded cloth instead of Tide spray. Although I'm not turning it into bags. So not quite the same. Bingo. There we go. There we go, Realm. Have all of my lightless silk. You're welcome. Shrouded cloth even. Tasty squirrels. Never eaten squirrel. Can't imagine I ever will either. They're cute and all, but they are genuinely just tree rats. Restore bags. How's that possible? How is there now like less room than there was before? Alright, well, that'll do. Okay. What were we crafting? We were here to craft some stuff. Crafters marks. Why is it telling me to craft them all with tailoring? Why is it not using my pocket jewel crafter? That's why I have a pocket jewel crafter. Or is it because it's no, because it's low level crafters marks. That's probably why. Novice, Crafter's Mark 2s, Crafter's Mark 3s. No, ain't even Chained Isle ones. Surely these are cheaper to make through jewel crafting. Oh, I've just realised maybe my map prices for the gems is off on this character. Hang on, brain, think, where are we going? Profession, reports. What am I trying to do here? What's the name of the gems? Anger's Eyes or something? Oh no, they are set to 2 gold 50. Hang on. Something's fishy with this. Something's fishy with this. Crafter's Mark of the Chained Isle is in no way oh! Oh! That would be why. That's because I've got my pocket jewel crafter. I've got the rep to get them though. Ah, that would be why. I never learned. Haha! I picked up my jewel crafting, but I never actually learned Crafter's Mark 3 or Crafter's Mark of the Chained Isle for jewel crafting. I only ever learnt them for tailoring. Oh, that's weird. That means I'm going to have to go... Oh, am I going to have to spend like stupid Stygia again? I bet I don't have the Stygia, do I? Oh, that's a... That's a bag of doo-doo right there. I got the catalogued research though. Alright, let's go Corthia real quick. Had squirrel once, military survival training, hadn't eaten for 3 days, caught one, grilled it, some lingonberries, best meal ever. I suppose if you're hungry it's probably pretty tasty. Anything tastes like chicken, right? When you're hungry enough. What herb is the best to use for missives from inscriptions since they require different amounts of pigments? I would be willing to trust whatever Wu says on that one. If he claims Nightshade, I'm going to assume Nightshade. That's going to be because you get the Tranquil ink from Nightshade on a super regular basis, and every single missive requires a Tranquil ink. So yeah, I would go as far as to say Nightshade is probably the one. Hang on, why am I here? Brain, think. I need 2,000 Stygia to buy this thing again, which is really annoying because I bought it once. Okay. Double annoying, but sure. Death Blossom for the regular inks, Nightshade for Tranquil, yeah. So start off with Tranquil, and if you need any basic bitch inks, then just mill Death Blossom. That 2,500! Oh, Jesus. Oh, god damn, I'm gonna have to play this stupid character. I thought I was done. For reference, I picked up jewel crafting to make the Vestige of Origins cheaper. Because, you know, like we've talked about 20k ago. What I didn't consider, though, is that the other Crafter's Marks... Fooey. Alright, whatever. Well, if there's profit in it, we'll just do it the way that Trade Skill Master tells me to do it. Because, I'm going to be honest, it's not like I won't sell them profitably either way. And I'll just have to get some more catalogued research points, get some more Stygia, and we'll fix that problem slowly but surely. What a bag of dicks. You what now? What's going on here? Why are we short on something? Did I miss it? Do you still need tier 4 of reputation to buy Crafter's Mark 4 on alts? Yes. To my understanding, yes. But why you do mage so well? I missed this bit. Why is dual crafting vestige cheaper? Anything is cheaper than tailoring. It's no biggie. I'll just do whatever the hell I need to do for now. It's not a problem. What is a problem though is inventory space. My god, inventory space really is a problem. A random glyph of lavish servings pattern. Cool. I need to quickly get rid of some of this stuff. Give me some stuff I can trash. What's that? Teleport repair kit. We need those, I think. These things we don't need. Stygian cluster, account bound, 250 Stygia in the more if you do it on a few. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's not a fix that I'm too concerned about right now. It's all good. Well, this is burning through my shrouded cloth real quick anyway. This is the advantage of making a lot of gold. There comes a point where you don't really feel the need to be 100% optimal all the time. You'd rather just do things quickly. And getting my restock done quickly is more preferential to me right now than running around trying to ship Stygia from character to character. And yeah, I'll just do it at some point. I'll put it on the list of things that I know I need to do, and eventually it'll just happen. Now, why it's crafting these one at a time, I have no clue. Oh my god, the lag! A double combination of lag is in issue as well here. Crafting with TSM in Korthia is possibly the worst situation you could do for lag. You got natural server lag because you're in Korthia, added onto the crafting lag caused by TSM. I apologise, the frame rate's going to look gross, but I had to turn off Zygor equipment because of that notice when crafting. Yeah, I just tend to just leave it there. I realise very quickly if I just leave it there, craft everything I need to craft, and then do my declines. I'll craft the gear through Trade Skill Master this way, but when it comes to the other 500 things in this queue, I'll switch to the regular interface, I think. I heard some sales going on in the background though. Which realm was that on? Where were we selling stuff? Sort of rank 4 Umberhide Waistguard over here. about, give or take, 5k profit on it. Over here we've been selling nothing too interesting, but just bits and pieces. We can live with bits and pieces. Hang on, let me close the door because the washing machine's going and that's annoying me. If it's annoying me, it's annoying you. Sounds like there's an earthquake going. Right, let's chill with this for a minute. Let's get those posted over. Off they go. Lovely stuff. Or at least most of them, off they go. Nothing to send? Lies. Actual lies. Oh, these are... Oh, because this is soulbound stuff. Oh, this is gear that I've replaced. Okay. Maybe it wasn't lies. Sorry, Trade School Master. I should have never have doubted you. Now it's on a right go slow. There we go. There's got to be something TSM can do to fix this lag, though. One thing that was one thing that I was told is that Blizzard's code behind the scenes is actually gross. Some of Blizzard's code checks how many items you have in your inventory 7 times every frame, meaning that if an add-on if an add-on requests to see the inventory values, it's doing it like 20 times more frequently than it should be, which is what is a big reason to why you get a lot of lag when crafting. Don't notice that lag on LST? No, you won't, because because it was Stro that told me about why the lag is there in the first place. He's fixed it on LST so it doesn't lag, but TSM haven't done the same. Don't recall the last time I used Trade Skill Master UI to do stuff. Well, if you deal with only legendaries, you probably don't have to in any way, shape or form interact with TSM right now. Let's craft a bunch of bags and then we should be good. Whilst those bags are crafting, I guess we can probably sell, or at least list all of this stuff we've crafted so far today. Lots of 200s, lots of 230 gear that's being recrafted, which means only one thing, right? It means that it must have sold for us to need to recraft it again, which is good. What do you think about Twitch reducing the cost of subs down to €4 in most countries from 5? Dead platform? No, it's the exact opposite. It's about generating more revenue. There's a concept known as price elasticity. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it basically hinges on the theory that if something is too expensive, not enough people will do it. so often you can actually lower your prices and generate more sales. So if Twitch's theory behind this is there are some countries in Europe where €5 to sub to a streamer is actually a shitload of money. Just like there are many places in Europe that paying, what is it, €13 a month to play World of Warcraft is a shitload of money. And so hence why people go out of their way to try and pay for game time with gold. So Twitch has decided that in many European countries they'll lower the amount it costs to sub to a channel, in the hope that it, you know, incentivizes more people from those countries to sub to their favorite channels. Yeah, but why now instead of 10 years ago, since this is kind of obvious to anybody? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Although Twitch is the #1 live streaming platform, it is an incredibly new platform compared to the big boys out there. It is still very much in its infancy. So just takes time to implement these things. I mean, it was probably heavily influenced by Amazon, who obviously are going to be the parent company in the know with that sort of things. They if anybody knows about how much you should price something to sell maximum amount of it, it's going to be Amazon, right? Like Steam 12 years ago, dollars equaling euros. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, $60 is a very, very different number compared to 60 euros. Very different number. Go. Lovely stuff. There's tailoring restocked. Or for the most part, at least. I don't think we quite restocked everything. We're missing a few things. Why does it keep telling me to craft these, but it only crafts one at a time? Oh, there we go. Now it's doing it. Now it's doing it. I think they used Brazil as an example. $5 is too much, but $1 for a sub actually makes it possible for them to maybe do it. Yeah, it's like, do you want 0 of $5 or do you want 1 of $1? That's how they see it. Like, it's all good and well. Like, if you charge $5 for something but you don't sell it, then you've still made $0. If you charge $1 for something and you sell it, you've made $1. And this is the mindset that a company like Twitch needs to be in, because arguably, as far as Twitch are concerned, sub revenue is basically 100% profit, right? If they can, well, obviously apart from the 50% that they give to creators, but the point is that the more of it that there's no actual physical cost involved. From Twitch's perspective, operational cost, but blah blah, that's covered by ads and covered by the platform in general. It is much better for them to sell something and sell something cheap than it is for them to not sell it at all. That same theory also, servers, man. Yeah, I know, but Amazon pays for those. It's the same theory can apply to World of Warcraft. When you're selling things on the auction house, this is why undercutting frequently does work. As much as people hate to admit it, quite often undercutting does work, because you push the price to a point where it's more attractive to more people, and so you sell more of them. Now there's the common argument amongst goal makers of that you should never undercut, but it's not strictly true. There are many good reasons to why you should. It's just the general rule of thumb is that you probably shouldn't undercut, because most people aren't aware on how to do it in a conservative fashion. Most people just think, right, well, if I undercut it by 10 gold every time I list it and I cancel scan it for an hour, then I should sell it in that hour. And that's not how it works, because yeah, that's the wrong way of doing it. There's a right way and a wrong way to undercut, and the reason why it's generally considered bad to undercut is because 90% of people probably don't know how to do it correctly. Please don't step into the debate of lowering the price to sell a rank 5. Yeah, that's never going to work. Lowering the price on a rank 5 is ultimately never going to work, because it's not the price of the thing is not necessarily the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that it's only one jump in stats up, and next week they can take a second step up. So like your rank 5s would, like, the price of them is not the problem. So undercutting is not going to solve the problem, because that's not the problem in the first place. The inherent problem with rank 5s is that they are just by nature not worth buying, regardless of what it costs to craft them. If a rank 4 was 50k and a rank 5 was 60k and a rank 6 was 120k, you still wouldn't sell your rank 5s, because there's literally no reason to buy the rank 5. That's the main problem. So yeah, you're, like I said, undercutting works, just not always, but there are definitely scenarios where it does work. It's just weird that they brand it as a readjustment in accordance to the cost of living when virtually all countries got a reduction of 20%. I mean, if some of the highest GDP nations, US, etc. are getting this reduction, this is just a straight price cut, not an adjustment for purchasing power. Yeah, but even in the US or in the UK, which are generally considered affluent countries, if you drop it, if you take €1 off the price, but you increase your sales by 30% because you've done it, guess what? You're making more money. How they sell it doesn't matter. That's for their accountants to be concerned about. They can market it however the hell they want. That's by nature what marketing is. It's promoting something to somebody in a fashion that will make them buy it. Whether it's, you know, 100% true or whether it's a white lie, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in marketing. Ironically, it's now telling me to buy shrouded cloth from the auction house. Yeah, that's not happening. Not in a month of Sundays. Right, let's do blacksmithing real quick. If we can get blacksmithing smashed out, I'll be a happy man. Blacksmithing, restock, go. What do we need to make for blacksmithing? A lot of stuff. Oh, sharpening stones. Okay, it's not as much as it actually looks. Gathering stuff. What do we need? Lots of stuff. Lacestrite, luminous flux we buy from a vendor. Few bits of ore here or there. Shadowghast ingots, 300 of them. We might just craft those. 500 of lithium ore, that's going to be quite painful. We can deal with that. We can work with that. No problemo there. Let's log over to our blacksmith then. do one quick cancel scan on rank 6s over here. Eh? Eh? What's going on here? Did you say not in a month of Sundays? Very interesting expression. Yeah, I did say that, yeah. When you think about it literally, it's basically indicating that something is never going to happen, because you are never going to get a month made up entirely of Sundays. It's not possible. Where's all my... Did I do a cancel scan ages ago and not relist anything? How can I only have 2 rank 6s on the auction house? Something's wrong. Unless... all of these are rank 6s. Did I do a cancel scan like an hour ago? No, these have expired. What's going on? Somebody I knew before was like into sub addiction. He paid $8,000 a year for the last 3 years in subs. He didn't think it cost that much. Found out after he asked him. Yeah, gifted subs are a bit of a bait for people like that. What many people don't understand about Twitch is gifted subs is one of the smartest moves Twitch have made in the last ever. Because gifted subs overnight killed streamers' donations. Actually killed them dead. People still have dono links in their streams, sure. And they utilize donation links for, like, you know, song requests and silly things like that. But gifted subs overnight killed donations. And it was basically Twitch's way of getting their percentage of the pie, which is 50% of that pie, may I add. So the reason gifted subs became a thing was because there was top level streamers that were genuinely making thousands of dollars a day just in donations, and Twitch was like, we need some of that money. You don't see $500 donos anymore, but you definitely see 100 gifted subs. Yeah, absolutely. When it's the same physical cost to that person. Means Twitch get their 50%. It was an I think it's gross because it directly is taking 50% of the earnings out of their streamers' pockets. But from a business point of view, it was incredibly smart. Twitch aren't complete idiots. They like to they like to paint the picture recently that they are, but they're not complete idiots. It does improve the stickability of people resubbing to streamers they like. Not anywhere near as much as 50% revenue is worth. Yes, I agree. But gifted subs are frequently used incorrectly as well. For example, if I was to gift somebody a sub in the stream for something they did or something they said, that person, although they were gifted a sub by myself for 1 month, would then very likely continue their sub thereon after, in turn paying me back for me gifting the sub, and, you know, then being more part of the mini community per se. But when streamers like Asmongold gift 50 subs to their stream, there is nearly zero stickability with those subs, because those streamers didn't feel part. They weren't made to feel special by the fact that they got gifted a sub. It just appeared, and they just had it. And And so they've got very little incentive to continue on with it. There's so much psychology behind gifted subs, it's incredible. I need to make a YouTube channel about all of this stuff, because I could talk about this for days. A lot of big streamers have more than 50% sub revenue contractually, as well as some streamers have between 350 and 4. I can tell you exactly how that works, because I'm not a partner with Twitch. If you're a partner with Twitch, you sign into an NDA to tell people that you're not going to tell people this. But the bigger revenue splits, you have to be not just partnered with Twitch, you have to be a substantial streamer before you get anything more than the 50% cut. Twitch use the common knowledge that some people get $3.50 out of the $5. Some people get a 70-30 split. Some people get an 80-20 split. They use that knowledge to entice more people to become partners. You've actually got to do way. You've got to be like a 3K Andy before you'll get a better split on the subs. Imagine if you get more subs on a channel explaining that subs are a scam. It's kind of counterproductive, right? I've been gifted subs to streamers I've never watched. Must be used as marketing as well. Yeah, it absolutely is, yeah. That's why gifted subs aren't that bad in my opinion. If it hurts anybody, it's like your average 1K sub stream or something like that in the ballpark of. Would you ever twerk for in-game gold? No. I guess I suppose we could we could Does this count? Does this do it for you? Is this close enough? Make it rain, bitches. Make it rain. Let's go. Sellout mode activated. Just call me Asmongold. I like that it's on a mailbox though. Nice attention to detail. Let's go. Make it rain. Where's my dollar boys? Let's go. And I specifically, you know, you got no crowd. That is true, actually. The crowd is tragic. The crowd is tragic. I'll do it over here. There's a wedding going on over here. I'll steal the show here. There we go. You guys don't need to know that they're all actually NPCs. What's going on? I can't even sell out properly. What's going on? There we go. Now I've got my audience. There we go. Definitely not NPCs, by the way. Definitely not NPCs. Remove boots, show feet. Go to Goldshire. Oh god, what have I started? Glorious transmog for OnlyFans. Yep. That's how you do it. I think you can only get one gifted sub per channel. Yeah, if yeah. Somebody invite him to an RP server. No, we're done with that. We're done with that. Even I feel ill. Right, I was trying to get this restock done. That's actually what I was trying to do. Let's get that on the go real quick. It's telling me to buy a bunch of shit. That's probably true. Do we have inventory space? We have inventory space. You probably want me to buy a bunch of stuff from here. Buy all of those. What do we need? Elythium ore. Let's just go get some or buy some elythium ore. Do I have any kicking about? I think I've burnt through my stockpiles of most materials now. Over here. Reagents, elythium kicking about somewhere. There's a bit. We've also got some Sinvir ore and some Phaedrum ore. We needed a bunch of that. It also said we needed a bunch of this. I think. Let's just send all that over anyway, see what happens. Send. How much of that is going to cover what we need? Oh, it's telling us to buy the zone specific ore actually to make shadow gas ingots. I've just worked it out. That would make sense. We're still short on oxane ore and solanum ore. Oxane and solanum ore. There's some solanum ore. Oxane ore. I'm always running low on oxane ore. There we go. I've got a bit though. We're good. We're good. What did we need? Oh, and some porous stone. That I know I don't have. Dancing for gold is the most traditional way of making gold in the world. Kind of is. It's one of the oldest professions in the game. What did I need? Something. Hang on. Hang on. What was it I need? Oh. That's because I don't have it favorited. That would be why. How much did I need? A bajillion, I guess. 94. Just buy a stack. 10 gold for a stack. Go on then. Right, is that everything now? Are we good? Are we good to do some crafting? Apart from immortal shards, whatever. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's get some stuff crafted then. Oh, shadow gas ingots, of course. Alright, well let those do first then. Whilst those are doing, we can throw a cancel scan. We genuinely have not done... Oh no, we can put these on the auction house. We have not done a single cancel scan today on this realm. Efficiency is not my strong suit today. Let's grab all of these. We'll do a cancel scan on just 6s. I can't be bothered doing a cancel scan on anything else. Oh yeah, of course. Dancing for gold? Yeah, sure. How have I only got 30? Have I genuinely sold all my... Oh, I should have done a restock on legendaries. Oh well. Okay. Okay. Well, too late to start doing that now, unfortunately. But you can get this lot posted. How are we doing, Pag B? Welcome to you. Good morning. Apologies, I've took about an hour to say hi. I'm a terrible human. Let me off. Is that sand scrub genuinely about to expire, or did you stash it somewhere? I stashed it somewhere. There's a problem though. I can't remember where I stashed it. But thank you all the same. I did stash it somewhere. I think I put it in the bank. I'm collecting... I need to assign a bank tab for giveaway stuff. And then I need to work out how and when I'm going to give away all this stuff. I've got a lot of pets to give away. Because I would rather give them away to people than just kill them. Kind of missed the scrapping from the end of BFA after pre-patch came. Made millions of gold selling uncanny gear across all professions. Yeah, and uncanny gear was always really profitable simply for the fact that, you know, you had to scrap with it, which was annoying enough to put. It was annoying enough to put people off doing it. So Right, this dude is wackety-wacketing away. 200 shadow gas ingots left. Plenty of time to do a cancel scan over here then. Oh no, what's this? I'm a pleb again? Oh dear. You're a pleb with a diamond. It's all good, my man. It's all good. Why is my cancelling not going anywhere near as fast over here? I'm starting to believe that Booty Bay is actually slower than the rest of than other zones for auction housing stuff. Not just in terms of the throttle either. I genuinely think your actions are just processed slower. Just inherent server lag. Need a long boy and head to the garrison? Yeah, one day. One day. In the distant future, we will get ourselves a long boy. Maybe I should start buying those stupid containers. You know, I should just, you know, because I can milk the shit out of that for content, right? Surely. I can bang 5k views out of a stupid 30-second box opening video every week, surely. keep the YouTube views ticking. I offer a long boy for rent service. That sounds wrong. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Long boy for rent. Come and get your long... Yeah, that sounds real wrong. That's demonetization level wrong. Black market auction house crates are great content. The thing is that they're not, right? They're actual dog shit content. But so few players have that much spare gold kicking around to buy them. It's like people will vicariously open the box, you know, through you. Booty Bay used to be neutral, perhaps legacy inefficiency. Maybe. Can you share your auctioning operation for minimum 10% crafted? It's real simple. It's I mean, couldn't literally be more simple than this. 110% crafting. Boom. There you go. The divided by 0.95 just takes into account the auction house fee. Hang on. That noise is stopped, which means we have our shadow gas ingots. What are we crafting next then? Bunch of crafter's marks apparently. Can you walk me through the black market auction house container, like best time to bid and when the auction house ends? I'll let you into a little secret. I've never bought one. Because I know full well it's a massive waste of gold. But I'll buy them to milk them for content. Oh, it's a secret because people don't know. That's by definition a secret, right? But no, I've never, ever, even since they've been introduced into the game, bought a black market auction house container. Because I don't care that much for mounts. That's the thing, right? There's only one mount in the game that I would like to have that I don't have. Sorry, two. I want that stupid crab. I've got to go get that stupid crab. Additionally, I would very much like to have the long boy at some point. Controlled by boosting communities. There is the argument that the black market auction house containers do actually end up being profitable if you buy enough of them on enough realms. Student bought for 200 to 300k and gets a pet for 50 gold. Yeah, exactly. That's just how they work. I want the Ashes of Allah. At least that one you can just camp a bunch of alts and farm for it every week. What's the crab? The Najatar crab from 8.3. Was it 8.3? No, 8.2. The Najatar crab. The one you get by completing the meta achievement for Najatar. Need to make a new law in Booty Bay, no pet snakes? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean no pet snakes? My serpent's chilling, I'll let you know. Been farming that thing for years. At some point, even on 8 accounts, ashes just won't drop. Yeah, I don't actually have it either, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, that's probably of no surprise to any of you. I bought probably 12 or so boxes. Don't know if I've just been lucky so far, but I've had 3 solid mounts, 1 unobtainable, and a cat worth 50 gold. But considering I'm paying 100k on average, getting a solar spire hawk from 1 is more than profitable for me at least. There's yeah, I'm sure people get good stuff out of them. Imagine not having a crab or the long, but yeah. Imagine, right? Just imagine. Whining about the snake, get out little Nefarian and watch it spam emote text. That's annoying. Yeah. Or somebody puts down that stupid choo-choo train. God damn. They do encourage some pretty grey area trading cross-realm though for the rare transmogs. You're probably right, but assay gold sink, I don't think they care. But ironically, they're not anywhere near as much of a gold sink as people think they are. The black market auction house is, sure, obviously, anything that you buy off the black market auction house, that entire amount of gold just disappears. Which on the narrow-minded aspect of it being one realm is probably quite a lot of gold disappearing that one day. But on the grand scale of things, it's not really a lot at all. Auction house is still the lion's share. Singing sunflower. Yeah, there are a couple of really annoying ones. Oh, hang on. Let me close that. Then this might work a bit faster. There we go. Right, let's get crafting this then. 160,000 gold worth of cost. Potential 300,000 gold profit once I sell it all. That's basically 3xing the expenditure. It's a big chunk from the rich though, so it's a small sink, but it's an important place. Yeah, that's very true. That's one thing that is important, that you have got to get these big gold goblins to spend some of their gold. Most goblins will start spending their gold on smaller gold sinks instead of snowballing out of control. Well, for a long time it was understood that that's why, you know, there was the, what was it, the spider, the 2 million spider, the 5 million long boy. How many people farmed up 5 million gold to then dump it on a long boy and then be poor yet riding a long boy? Like, why do you need a portable auction house when you have 10,000 gold to your name? It's like, you just don't, right? Most people don't realize that, you know, gold makes gold, and the more gold you have, the more gold you can make. This is why Dirty Irby pulled 57 million gold out of his mailbox yesterday. He has to have 150 million gold to be able to do that in the first place. And because most people don't have 150 million gold, it means that most people can't pull 57 million out of a mailbox, you know? Oh, and of course he's on the top 3 servers in the US, so it makes sense, true, but I put 20 mil on the auction house and I pull out 400k. Yeah, with only 20k profit on top, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I sound like a bit of a broken record because I say this probably 3 times every stream, but the potential for goal making over on the NA realms is actually ridiculous. Like borderline broken. If you have enough gold to be, you know, able to buy and craft things at the pace that you want to be able to, so I'm talking like if you've got 20 million gold plus, you can turn that 20 million gold into 40 in a month on NA realms, and then that 40 can be turned into 80 the next month, and then that 80 can be turned into 160 only a couple of months later. You can literally double your money if you're. It gets to a point. Dirty Irby yesterday was saying that he just doesn't have things to spend his gold on anymore. And hence why he started expanding onto different realms, just to spend his gold again on another realm, because you end up getting to the point where you just can't spend it fast enough. It's a very, very unique situation to be in. Let's get this stuff sent over real quick. Got Crafter's Mark on my Crafter's Mark first on my realm with like one other guy. Turned out 27 million in 2 days. It's just mental. Actually ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that's a scenario though that only happens like once every patch. So, and it happens for a few days. TSN, how we doing? Welcome, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Right, let's get that lot sent over. Almost done with our restock. It's only taken 3 hours because we're distracted by every squirrel under the sun. I'm still missing a bunch of stuff to make a bunch of stuff. What am I missing? Novice Crafter's Marks? How the hell am I missing Novice Crafter's Marks? Alright, well, I'm not too bothered if I'm missing those. Sorted and ready to play. Ready for the day to play. Nice one. Nice one. Friday night, Saturday, some good goal making days, unless of course you're too busy raiding, but either way, get your auctions listed, come back after raid, hopefully to more gold than you started with. Right, start crafting those real quick. Quick cancel scan. Do a cancel scan on both realms. There's more going on over here, I think. My prime is actually busted. I'll have to see what's going on this week. Don't worry about it, my man. It's all good. Flipping some Vantus runes. Somebody set them at 600 gold instead of 900, which would be below crafting cost. Farmed it so it's free, yo. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Single item markets are always incredibly volatile. Like augment runes as well. The entire market being balanced on one item is risky business. Because if the market goes south, it's not good news for anybody. Right, see if we can get any quick sales on these rank 6s. Probably not. But it's worth doing the cancel scan all the same. I'm scarily low on supply over on this realm as well. Could do with doing something about that, methinks. Let's grab these new crafted stuff while we're here. Prices on these 230 stuff are slowly getting better. Like we said earlier, they took a massive nosedive for a couple of weeks. But now more and more people are just, or you should say less and less people are actively trying to craft and list them. They're off doing other things, or they've just straight up quit the game. The market's becoming nice and buoyant again. Definitely, I mean, 230 bits of gear. If they cost you 5k to make and you sell them for 8k, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Especially when some donkey comes along and buys an entire set. Haha. There we go. Everything listed. Everything listed. These are just like tiddly things I can't be bothered with. We'll restock those next time. A few consumables here or there is not going to make the difference. There we go. Finally got my restock done. Finally got my restock done. Well then, boys and girls, I'm actually going to leave it there for today. Slightly shorter stream today, as I've got. I'm actually leaving the house in literally 25 minutes. So, and I'll be back on Sunday. So, I wish everybody a very happy weekend worth of sales. Get your stuff crafted, get it on the auction house. Both Friday and Saturday are usually pretty lucrative for goal makers. We'd like to obviously see plenty of sales. Keep those mailbox pictures flowing in the Discord. Link to the Discord is down below if you're not already chilling out in there. Stream wise, I'll be back on Monday. There is a video that will go live on YouTube in about an hour and a half. If you're into Trade Skill Master in any way, shape or form, it's one I'd recommend watching. It will give you a bit of an idea on how to correctly deal with some of the issues that we have with Vestige of Origins. It's one I think that you will you'll enjoy. Make sure you go give the video a like, leave a comment on it. You know, pump that engagement, helps me and the channel out more than you know. Good luck cooking crabs. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'll enjoy cooking some crabs. Probably enjoy cooking them far more than I will enjoy eating them. But, you know, the schnapps that comes with the crabs is all good. But enjoy your weekend, boys and girls. Have a good one. Is there anybody online right now? Is there anybody on we can send you over to? I know usually when I finish my stream, there's not a... Somebody is online. Literally within seconds. Well, I guess then we will... I'll send you over to TSN. He was in the chat a minute ago. He's also a fellow gold maker. Does a lot of raiding in Mythic Plus as well at the same time, and a lot of his content is primarily in Swedish, but he will still be more than happy to see you, so we'll send you over his way. Let me where's my unless of course he goes and answers the door for 20 minutes. We'll see. Here we go. Let's throw you over that away. 62 viewers, 64 viewers, 65, 67, 67 viewer raid. Lovely stuff. Let's send you over there then. Thank you, boys and girls, in a bit. Peace.